how did it, in that moment, I mean, Drew said after the game, even our white guys can defend. Does it feel good knowing your team puts that trust in you, and how connected you guys cross the ball into the game plan?
Yeah, for sure. He's probably our best defender, so hearing that is pretty empowering. But really, all you're trying to do is make it as hard as you can on a guy like that. He's so good, and he's going to make some tough shots even if you do play really good defense. So, but you just got to have the discipline to know that it's going to happen, and you just kind of have to have a next play mentality in terms of that. But yeah, we were really connected last game, and we got to continue to be that way.
What was that first possession like, where he got you on the switch and you were able to force the turnover there, diving on the ground?
I mean, it was, I don't know, it was good. It was energy, adrenaline was flowing, and it was, it's nice when stuff like that happens when you're, the primary defender.
Yeah, when we talked a couple of days ago, you weren't sure if you were going to get into these games, finals. What was it like just getting that call and going out there? You said the adrenaline was pumping. What was kind of what were you thinking, what were you feeling when you got sent out there?
Just try to help the team win in any possible way and just bring energy. And I thought I did a pretty good job of that. And I just got to continue to do that. And I think that's probably going to be my role throughout the series.
There were a couple plays, one in particular where you caught the ball above your head, just pretty much flicked it, got it to go. Have you ever shot the ball like that before? What kind of prepared you to shoot a shot like that where you don't bring the ball down at all?
I work on it every day in practice. You don't really get an opportunity to shoot them in the game very often. I think I maybe had one or two throughout the season, but that one just happened to be in the NBA Finals, and people are making a big deal out of it. But I don't know. I mean, I put the work in, and sometimes you get to showcase it like that.
Sam Hauser.
Thank you for your time today. When you think about your hometown and your family, the support that's helping you get to this level, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I had a great community growing up that supported me and helped me, get to this point for sure, and had influence on my path growing up, man. It's pretty cool to have those people still reaching out, like school teachers, coaches, obviously my family and friends always have kept tabs, but it's pretty cool to have those type of people reaching out every now and then too.
You mentioned the school teachers. Young student athletes are trying to figure out that balance, especially now that they're in summer break. What advice would you give them about maintaining their talents in their schools?
Yeah, you just got to be disciplined, and my mom always says just treat others with respect, and you're bound to receive that from them as well. So just treat everyone the same, and just put your work in, and really that's it. Don't worry about what other people say.
Sam, on our side of things, we get a little window into Joe's mindset with these pressers. We see his focus, his competitiveness, his preoccupation with things like poise, things like that. If you're describing Joe, how would you say he's different than coaches you've played for before this point in your career?
I would just say he's got a unique approach to the game. He pulls things from soccer teams, pulls things from killer whales and how they go about finding food and prey. Things like that, and he ties it into the game of basketball, and I think it's a unique way to go about it, but it's different, and it's cool, and it's engaging. So
can you tell me a little bit more about that killer whale example? What do you
I'll let him describe it. I don't even really know how to describe it, but yeah, you might have to ask him. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You said the other day you were going back watching some old games, try to kind of get that confidence back, remind you of who you are. What were some of the old games you went back to, and what was that like to be able to kind of see some of those?
I mean, nothing in particular. Just I didn't even do it before the game. It was just more of something that I can turn to when I need something to switch things up. But I feel like if you need extra motivation to play in the NBA Finals, I feel like you're probably in the wrong business. So I was just ready to go and get back out there, and just got to continue to, like I said before, just bring energy and help this team in any way possible.
Sam, Joe said in the past that certain coaches will take on certain scouts, certain assignments. You guys have a great coaching staff. Was there a coach in particular who sort of led the charge on the way you guys defended Luka, really helping out that guy in the middle? Any of you guys?
I mean, I'm sure it was a collective effort. Coach DJ McClay has been kind of leading that charge, I guess you could say, but I'm sure it's a pretty collective effort behind the scenes.
Sam, how do you temper the excitement? You're 3 wins away from winning the chip. How do you get not ahead of yourself?
Like our whole year, just take it one day at a time. And you know, the mission is far from complete. We have a lot of work to do yet. It's going to be a long series regardless. So we're not really thinking about 3 more. We're thinking about the next one.
Well, what did you eat before that game? I mean, you had pretty super efficient shooting, man. Are you eating the same thing tomorrow too?
Definitely gonna eat the same thing. Usually at home games, I usually eat like a version of a chicken parm, kind of. So that'll be on the menu for tomorrow. Yeah.
That noted 3. Some dunkers will say like, "Oh, I watch this guy," or players say, "I watch this guy." Are there any shooters you watched to practice that type of 3, just shooting in general?
Yeah, I don't know like that shot in particular. I'm trying to think of someone who's like. Pat Connaughton's big on that shot, I know that. But like growing up, I would watch a lot of Klay Thompson, JJ Redick, even coming up like Duncan Robinson and Max Strus. You know, those guys who are more current. So just trying to take bits and pieces from their game, and you know, like I said before, like a shot like that, it's rare you ever have to take a shot like that, but it just happened to happen on this scale, and now people are like making a huge deal out of it, which I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly, but it is what it is.
And then the same thing defensively, like even if it's a guy on your team, is there guys you try to like work with to improve your own individual defense?
I just think just watching, you know, every single game, like Drew and Derek and Jalen, you know, the way that they can influence a guy while they're on defense is pretty impressive, and they've shown that through the playoffs throughout the whole year. Obviously in game 1 they did that a really good job as well, but just trying to watch them, study them, you know, I don't move like those guys, but there's things that I can take from them to try to implement in my defensive game, so yeah.
Sports is kind of a big area for superstitions, and I was curious if you had any superstitions or a lucky charm.
Ooh. My pregame meal is usually pretty consistent for home games. And away games, it's a little different on away games, but other than that, I don't think I have all that superstitious of a mind, I'm gonna be honest, yeah.
Who do you think is the most superstitious player on the team?
Ooh. I have no clue, but
You said Peyton Pritchard was the list.
I was gonna, if I had to pick a guy, it'd probably be Peyton, yeah.
And can I get your Boston Celtics Mount Rushmore?
Boston Celtics Mount Rushmore. All
Probably
right.
one of the harder organizations to do it for.
Yeah. All right. Larry Bird, of course. Bill Russell. Man, it's just tough. Probably Paul Pierce. You put Red Auerbach up there? Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, those 4. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Paul's
sure.
going to be so psyched to hear that you put him in.
All right. Good. Good.
Thanks,
No problem.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right.